How we doing, boys? In the McLaren for this video, chilling outside my boxing gym, and I wanted to come on here and basically just give you guys some lessons I've learned going from zero to millionaire at 19 years old. Now, that's really what this channel's about, right? I try and spread knowledge, and I had a few things on my mind that I think can really help you guys out. And right now, I'm at the boxing gym, sitting in a McLaren, and I was really just reflecting, right? And I was like, you know what? This is the dream, because all of us, including myself, I'm guilty of it. We want to strive for more. We're always striving for more. We want the nicer car. We want the bigger house. We want the nicer clothes. We want everything better all the time. Us as humans, that's just how we naturally are. But sometimes it's important to just sit and reflect and be grateful for the progress you've made. Be grateful that at one point you were where you started and now you're where you're at now. And some people, the people who have worked hard, are going to be grateful for where they're at. Other people, maybe they haven't improved much. Maybe they've went backwards. But either way, you need to analyze where you are. And like I said, if you've done well, like me right now, I'm not trying to flex, but I was broke 2 years ago, and now I'm, get to box at midnight because I don't have work tomorrow, sitting in a McLaren, like literally living my dream life. So I'm in a spot where I can look back the last 2 years and basically thank my younger self. Thank my younger self for taking the risk, working hard on himself, and really building the business, which is still flowing today, that has got me to where I am. And there's the other set of people, right, who, 2 years ago might be in the same position. You might be at the same job, drive the same car, have the same clothes, be with the same group. Just overall, nothing significant has changed in your life. And if that is the case, if that's you watching this video, you got to ask yourself a simple question. You got to ask yourself why. You got to ask yourself, why have I done nothing the past 2 years of my life? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is. Why have I not improved? Why am I not in a supercar? Why do I not have a business that prints me money? Why am I not jacked? Why have I not done these things? And when you analyze that, you're going to be able to come to a conclusion and realize all of the things you're lacking. And as much as I am an advocate for self-love, an advocate for having positive thoughts, an advocate for really just believing in yourself as a whole, sometimes you need to get harsh with yourself. Sometimes you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? This isn't enough. I have so much potential. We only get one shot at this life, and I need to do more. And that's the real revelation that I had about 2 years ago. I was a broke high school kid, for you guys who know my story. I was sitting, in my room, betting on sports every night, just being a degenerate, hating my life. I would go to high school. I didn't have any friends. I was pretty chopped, honestly. And I was just a degenerate bettor. I would make money from my part-time jobs and just blow it all, spending money on, literal sports betting. So when I did that, I was depressed. Did I have a little dopamine rush whenever I would place a bet and win? Yes. Did I live with my family who was caring and loving even though we were arguing about going to college? Yes, there were some positives. But I knew that I wanted more, and I knew I couldn't allow myself to get comfortable in that situation, because comfort is what kills you. A lot of people, right, they say they want to change. They say they want to make money. They say they want to get rich. They say this, they say that. But when it comes down to actually doing it, the meat and the bones of what you need to do to get to success, you stop. Why? Because there's still a small part of you that is comfortable. There's still a small part of you that's like, you know what? This is fine. You might want change. You might see that 3 a.m. motivational TikTok and be like, you know what? I'm going to get up tomorrow and change. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But if you're even just semi-comfortable, semi-comfortable in your situation, you're not going to change. Us as humans, we're built to survive, not to thrive. But before I get into that, to go back to my story, I was depressed, right? I was in a really bad spot, but I had enough, because the only thing I had at a young age, and I think a lot of successful people have always had this, you watching this probably have this, is that ambition in the back of your head, that just knowing that you're going to be rich one way or another. You want these things. You want the luxury lifestyle. You know the 9-to-5 isn't for you. You know the BS job isn't for you, but you want these things. You don't know how you're going to get them, but you know the future you has already achieved it. It's almost like you can see it like a dream. Like you can literally have a quick little snapshot of the future. That's how I was. And I knew that if I kept going on my current course of action, if I kept, gambling on sports, being a degenerate, being a loser, not working on myself at all, just wasting all of my time and human energy, that I would not get those results. I knew I needed to make a change. And one day I looked in the mirror and I said, you know what? We're going to turn this shit around. We're going to get rich. We're going to do what we're supposed to do. We're going to work hard on something, and we're going to actually make something of ourselves in this life. And luckily, a big help that I had and able to even have a revelation like that was to see this online content, see other people making money. If I was born 20 years ago, I don't know if I'd be successful, because what really got me out of bed, what really pissed me off at myself, was when I saw the videos of kids with Lamborghinis. I saw the people with money. I saw the guy with the yellow Bugatti who was telling everybody you can get rich online. And when I saw that stuff, I realized that it was possible. And I'm really hoping this channel, now that I've made it, quote unquote, and I try and spread my knowledge, that this video, this channel can really be that for you. Because at some point, you're gonna have watched that last motivational video. At some point, you're gonna have seen enough self-improvement videos, and you're gonna actually have to put in the work. The question is when, because to go into where I am now, right? Take it from someone who's successful at a young age. I've made like $1.7 million. I'm 20 now. I've done all right, right? I'm okay. I can pay my bills. And when I've done that, right, I'm sitting in this car, you know, supercar, whatever, talking to you, really reflecting. I am so grateful that I've done everything I've done. And most importantly, I'm most grateful that I started when everything wasn't going my way. I started when I was 17. I started with nobody by my side. Even my parents tried to have my business shut down when I was younger. They tried to tell me to go to college. You can't do this. This is a waste of time. Shut down your business. My dad literally told me to shut down my business, but I kept pushing anyway. So I'm so thankful that I started. And where I'm going with this is the only thing, once you make it, once you finally climb that hill, that you are going to regret is that you didn't start sooner. So maybe you'll be successful when you're 30, you're 40, you're 50. Maybe you'll finally screw your head on and be like, you know what, I'm going to change. But imagine if you did that 20 years before. Imagine if you did that 1 year before. I made so much progress in 1 year that I know now how much I can get done in just 365 days. If I started a year later, I wouldn't be in front of this camera right now. I would be literally halfway to where I am. Like, you can change your life quick. It's just a matter of when you're gonna start. I went from zero, nothing, when I finally looked in the mirror and was like, you know what, I'm gonna change. When I started my business, about a month after that, when I found a program that taught me how to build a business, the business I have today, sports content. When I finally started that, I went from zero, nothing, to $150,000 profit in a single month in 9 months. I started my page, Fantasy Football Rocket, my business, my sports media company, March of 2023. March of 2023, that page was created. In December of 2023, that is when I made $150,000 profit. 9 months, changed my life. Literally, less than a year. You can do it. And I'm not talking about change my life like I got to 10K a month like all these people do. That's all great, right? You can make a little bit of money. I'm talking 6-figure profit months, and I've been able to consistently print $70,000 to $100,000 months for 2 years since then. That's what I still do, right? Alongside other businesses. So you can change your life quick. It's just a matter if you're going to go all in or not. And the only way you're ever going to go all in, the only way you're going to have enough motivation to really get yourself out of that rut is to be harsh with yourself. Going back to what I was saying, you can be nice to yourself. You can have, positive thoughts. You can, give in your inner bitch and be like, you know what, I can wait. I can chill right now. I can stay at this job. I can stay at my family's house. I can stay with my current friends. It's comfortable. It's not that bad, right? Like, there's not rats on your floor. It's not that bad. But you have to get harsh with yourself. You need to compare yourself to the best to be the best. You need to look at the people with the Bugattis, with the Ferraris, with the McLarens, and be like, you know what? These people are doing it at a younger age than me. What the hell am I doing? And get mad at yourself. That's what it takes if you want to become successful. That's what it takes to turn your life around completely. And once I finally did that, it was the question I was avoiding asking myself for so long. Once I finally did that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to change this. That's when my life changed. That's when the journey started, because the journey doesn't start until you actually make that change. You have that revelation. You look at yourself in the mirror and are sick of where you're at. There's that great quote, right? It's cliche, but it's like, a man has 2 lives. The first one is normal, right? The second one starts when he realizes he only has one. And as cliche as that is, it is 100% true. Once you realize that you have one shot at this and that you're losing time every single day, you're wasting calories every single day that you're never going to get back, and you finally get that through your head and you snap your fingers and decide you're going to change, that is when your journey to success starts. All right, boys, my camera died, but we're going to finish this video. What I was saying, the most amazing part about being alive today in 2025, living right now, is that you can change your life quick. You can click buttons online and change your life extremely fast. Please bear with me with this lighting. It's going to be dark, but that's kind of what this video is about. Nothing pretty, no good lighting, no motivation for you. This is what you're going to get. This is the reality of life, right? So if you want to change your life, you need to understand that it is possible. And we are in literally the greatest time in human history to do that right now. There's no other time that has ever happened where you can literally click buttons on your phone and get rich. Like I said, I want you guys to really get this through your head, because I did it. That's why I'm emotional about this. Like, it's so possible. I went from 0 to 150K profit in a month, in 9 months. 0 to 150K, 9 months, less than a year. You can get rich quick if you work hard. And what is working hard today? Clicking buttons on your phone. There are so many different ways to make money online. There are so many different ways that you can get rich. You know what you want to do. You've had businesses that you've thought of starting. You've had hustles you've thought of starting. You've had goals you've thought of going after. You just haven't done it yet. You already know what you need to do. You just, for some reason, have not done it. You just need to start. And it really doesn't matter what it is. If you put the work in, if you're genuinely giving your all to something, you will get what you want. It is a law of the universe. There's no way to prove it on paper. There's no way for me to show you an example. There's no way that science can back it, but it is 100% true that every single person that genuinely puts their all into something will get what they are working for. It worked for me, and it worked for everyone else I know that's successful. One way or another, things are going to align. It's amazing when you start working hard how many opportunities open up. And you can look at that by chance, right? But I don't think it is chance. I think it's the universe rewarding you for going after something, for actually trying. And there's a reason that every single person that works so hard gets what they want out of life. It's a universal law. The stars will align for you. It's just a matter of if you work. And once you actually get that through your head, right, that it's like, okay, you're like, it's possible, I can do this, but the work isn't easy. I've never done this before. You're scared. The negative thoughts start to overtake you. That is the only battle you have left. If you get rid of your negative thoughts and you overcome your fear, just your fear as a whole, your fear of your negative thoughts, your fear of things not working out, your fear of being judged, once you eliminate fear as a whole from your life, that is when everything will change. Because at the end of the day, man, like one-on-one speaking right now, at the end of the day, nothing matters. Like, no one matters that is looking at you. No one matters who is judging your life. No one matters who is going to judge you for posting a piece of content, judge you for starting a business. None of those people matter, because they're all going to die, and so are you. If you genuinely care about, what other people think, I understand, right? That can get to you. You want to, fit in with people. The natural human instinct is to fit in with people. The natural human instinct is not to be the lone wolf. So I completely get it if you want to fit in with people. But at some point, you got to look at yourself and be like, you know what? I'm my own person. It doesn't matter what other people think, because I'll tell you, sitting here right now in a McLaren, someone who's successful, not to flex, just to let you know, all of those people come back. So many people have asked me to work with me, to, how I did it, just or not even thanking me, but congratulating me. People who did not believe in me at all from the start. I remember. They don't think I remember, but I remember. All of these people will come back. And all these people who hate on you, they don't matter. They literally don't matter at all. And you're never going to get hate from someone who is above you. If I see somebody working hard on their business, I don't care if they've never made $1. I respect that man. I respect that person. Why? Because I know how hard it is to just go from ground zero to one, to take that first step, to start when everything is against you. I know how hard it is. So when I see someone doing that, I automatically respect them. And that's the important thing to note, right? If you're afraid of being judged, if you're one of those people who's like, you know what, all this stuff sounds good, right? But I don't want other people to judge me. I don't want my parents to not like me. I don't want my friends to not like me. It doesn't matter. And anyone who's whose opinion actually might matter in your life will never judge you. Your parents, if they're hating on you, right? Hating on you. They probably don't hate on you. This is where I'm going with this. Your parents, if they don't want you to start that business, if they don't want you to get rich, if they don't want you to do these things, they want you to go down the normal route, they're doing it out of good intention. I told you, my father wanted me to shut down my business. I have a great relationship with my dad. We talk every single day. I knew that wasn't out of bad intention. He was trying to protect me. And you got to think about it, right? Why would these people believe in you? You don't even believe in you. Because if you believed in you, you would have started a business right now. Why do you expect somebody else to believe in you when you don't even believe in you? You can't get mad at people hating on you when you've never done something. The only time it would be justified is if you've done something and people still doubt you. And that's not going to happen. So it's like, you need to actually actually stop having this crazy narcissism, zoom out and look at people and be like, you know what? These people who are quote unquote hating on me are just making an accurate assessment of my life, because I don't believe in myself, so why would they believe in me, right? So the only thing you need to do is eliminate fear and actually start, and then you can start to get on this journey of success. And if you actually give your all, you will get whatever you want. That is the formula. Stop caring what other people think. Get enough courage to actually make that change in your life. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm going to change this. Start what you want to start. Start that business. Start that journey to success, and then give it your all. That is the formula, and you will win. I literally promise you. It's a law of the universe. It's how everything works. If you give your all, you will succeed. Guys, I hope this video was informative. I had these things on my mind, and I really just wanted to preach them. It kind of started with me being grateful, sitting in a McLaren, but I wanted to basically give you guys the formula to success for people who look back at their last 2, 3, 4, 5 years and still aren't happy with where they're at. This is how you get here. This is how you win. You give your all. And once you give your all, I promise you, you will get what you want. Get rid of fear in your life. Get rid of all of these things that are holding you back, and genuinely go all in. Guys, if you're looking for a business to start, I know I recommended you starting a business, right? I told you that you can, start any business and get rich. And that is true if you try hard. But if you're looking for a business to start and you actually want the best one, I'm only going to advocate for something I've got rich from. It's sports content. The reason sports content is the best business on the planet, and what's made me $1.7 million is because you can get 10x margins. The main way we make money is through affiliate marketing with big betting apps, Underdog, Prize Pick, Sleeper, etc. If we get $10 deposits or less, sometimes 5, with our custom promo codes, we get $100 commission for each sign up. So you get 10x margins, right? $10 sale, $100 paycheck every single time. So you can do the math. I have over 150,000 followers on Instagram alone. I've basically gotten, the whole way I make money is I go viral with sports content, and I've gotten tens of thousands of people on these apps to get millions of dollars worth of commission checks. That's how we make money. It's the most simple business model ever. It takes 2 hours a day, and you get to talk about sports. I'm so thankful that I even came across an opportunity like this, because it's what's allowed me to live this crazy life, to get the car, to get the lifestyle, all this stuff. So about 1.5 years ago, I started my programs called Sports Creator Academy, where I teach other people how to get rich with sports content. I am not the only one that's done this. We have a very close-knit community. We have over 60 members now, all making money. Our best guy last year was Chad Slavinsky. He made $70,000 profit in December in his first year as a 18-year-old. Fantasy football MI, Ryan McDermott. He made $75K in his first year and bought an AMG at 19 as a college student. All of these people are winning, all from sports content, and this is the best untapped business model of 2025. So if you're serious about changing your life, if you're serious about going all in, and you want the correct business to start, I will teach you exactly one-on-one how to get rich from sports content, just like I did. If you want a free 15-minute training on this business, I've put together a video for you. The link will be below. It'll explain everything about the business further and give you live interviews of all our student success stories if you don't want to take it from me. I appreciate you guys watching. If you're interested in Sports Creator Academy and want to make your first 10K a month online as a sports creator, click that link below. And if you want to see more business and just overall lifestyle content like this, subscribe to the channel. I post every single, twice a week. I was going to say every single day, because that's what I post on my sports page, but I post about 3-4 times a week on here, just giving every single piece of advice, every single lesson I've learned going from 0 to millionaire at 19 years old. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of that content. Follow my Instagram for multiple posts a day, just giving more free game. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.